My girlfriend of 6 years left me for a guy she met at her gym just 2 months ago because a palm reader told her I wasn't her soulmate. Now she's back, begging me to just forget about it, but I'm done with her crap. Throwaway account because I honestly can't handle anyone I know seeing this. I've never posted here before, but I really don't know what else to do or who to talk to. I just need to get this off my chest. A few days ago, my girlfriend of 6 years told me she wanted to break up because a palm reader told her I wasn't her soulmate. She's leaving me because some random palm reader looked at her hand and said I wasn't the one. And it doesn't even stop there. So backstory, I met Sarah when we were both 21, back in college. It was one of those relationships that felt effortless from the beginning. We clicked instantly, and over the years, she became my best friend, my partner in everything. We were inseparable. It felt like we were meant to be, even though I've never been one for grand ideas about soulmates or destiny. I always believed that relationships were about building something with someone, day by day. That's what I thought we were doing. 6 years of shared experiences, of dreaming about our future together. We talked about marriage, kids, the whole life package, but we weren't rushing anything. It was just understood that this was where we were heading. We had our disagreements, like any couple, but nothing ever felt like it couldn't be worked out. I loved her, and she loved me. At least, that's what I believed. About a month ago, Sarah started acting different. She was distant, but I figured it was work stress. She'd been working late more often, seemed quieter at home, and was glued to her phone more than usual. I didn't think too much of it at first. We've both gone through stressful periods, and I've always believed that everyone's allowed to have off days, or weeks. I asked her if something was bothering her, but she shrugged it off, saying she was just tired. I trusted her. I didn't push because I didn't want to seem paranoid or controlling. A few days ago, she sat me down. She told me we needed to talk. That's when she told me about the palm reader. She and her friend, let's call her Jess, went to some psychic shop a couple of weeks ago, just for fun, or at least, that's what I thought. But not for Sarah. The palm reader told her that I'm not her soulmate. That I'm not the person she's supposed to be with. Sarah looked me in the eye, without a hint of irony or hesitation, and told me this was a sign from the universe. That it made her realize we were never really meant to be together. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. How could she take something like that seriously? I asked her how she could believe something like this. How she could let a palm reader, someone who knows nothing about us, destroy everything we've built. We've had countless conversations about our future, about growing old together. None of that meant anything to her anymore, apparently, because she found some cosmic truth. But that wasn't the worst part. She told me she's been seeing someone else. I just sat there, numb, as she told me that she met this guy at the gym. It's been going on for 2 months. 2 fucking months. This stranger. A guy she's known for all of 2 months, and she's leaving me for him. I asked her if this was why she went to the palm reader in the first place. Was she just looking for an excuse to justify what she was already doing? But she swore it wasn't like that. She said that the palm reader had opened her eyes and confirmed what she already knew, that this gym guy was her real soulmate. She even said she felt something with him that she's never felt with me. And then she said the words I'll never forget, it's not cheating, it's destiny. She cheated on me, but she wouldn't call it that. She wouldn't admit she did anything wrong. According to her, it was all just meant to be, as if that somehow makes it okay. I don't think I've ever felt so betrayed in my entire life. 6 years of loving her, of believing we were on the same page, only to find out she's been sneaking around behind my back with some guy she barely knows. And instead of owning up to it, instead of apologizing, she calls it destiny, like it's some magical, cosmic thing that makes everything she did excusable. She told me that this guy makes her feel alive, in a way I never did. That she feels this deep connection with him. Right now, I'm just sitting in the apartment we've shared for years, trying to wrap my head around how everything fell apart so quickly. She's staying with Jess for a few days to figure things out, but honestly, I don't know if she's actually there or with this guy. And the worst part? I don't even know if it makes a difference anymore. I feel empty. I feel stupid for not seeing this coming. And more than anything, I feel heartbroken. I keep asking myself if it was all a lie. Did she ever really love me? Or was it just convenient until she found someone that made her feel whatever this spark is that she's so obsessed with now? Right now, I'm just trying to get through the day without breaking down. I guess I'm writing this because I don't have anywhere else to turn. If anyone's got advice, I'll take it. I just needed to say all this somewhere, to someone. Thanks for reading. Update. Hey, everyone. I didn't expect to be back with an update, but here we are. First off, thank you to everyone who commented on my last post and reached out with advice. Now on to the update. A few days after Sarah left to stay with Jess, she just came back. She just strolled right back into the apartment like she hadn't shattered my life a few days ago. And then she started acting like nothing happened. Like, she literally sat down next to me on the couch and started talking about her day like we were back to normal. I honestly didn't know what to do. I sat there in complete shock, just staring at her, waiting for some kind of explanation. But she was chatting about work, asking me what I wanted for dinner, like she didn't drop the bomb on me that she's been cheating for 2 months because some palm reader told her I wasn't her soulmate. At that point, I couldn't hold it in anymore. I had to say something. So I just asked, is this some kind of joke? She looked confused, like she genuinely didn't understand what I was asking. What do you mean? She said, all innocent. I snapped. You leave, tell me you're in love with some guy from the gym, that a palm reader said I'm not your soulmate, and now you just come back like everything's fine. She sighed like she was the one who had to deal with something difficult. She goes, look, I thought about it while I was gone. I talked to Jess, and I realized I made a huge mistake. I didn't say anything, just stared at her, waiting for the rest of her excuse. I was already seeing through her bullshit, but I wanted to hear how far she was going to take this. She kept going, I know I hurt you, and I'm so sorry. I didn't know what I wanted, but being away from you made me realize that you're the one for me. You've always been the one. I don't know what I was thinking. I want us to move past this. We can fix this, blah blah blah. And then, this part actually made me laugh. She reached out to hold my hand, like that was going to magically solve everything. I laughed, but not because it was funny. More like that, holy shit, is this seriously happening, kind of laugh. I couldn't believe she was sitting there, trying to pretend that the last few days didn't happen. That her whole affair didn't happen. Like she could just waltz back in, say she was sorry, and boom, everything's fine again. I said, you think I'm an idiot? She was like, no, I don't think that at all. Please, you have to understand. I made a terrible mistake. I don't know what came over me. That palm reader, it was all so stupid. Jess convinced me to go, and the palm reader put all these ideas in my head. I wasn't thinking straight. Then came the waterworks. Full on sobbing. Like, real tears, snot, the whole thing. She goes, please, I love you. I've always loved you. I was just, lost. That palm reader brainwashed me, I swear. It wasn't me. Then she said, can't we just forget about it? We've been together for 6 years. Are you really going to let this one small hiccup destroy everything we've built? She literally blew up our relationship, cheated on me with some random guy, and then had the audacity to call it a small hiccup. I don't think I've ever been angrier in my life than I was at that moment. I wasn't even listening to her sobbing at that point. I was too pissed. I asked her, were you with him? She looked at me like she didn't understand and asked, what? I said, when you left, were you with that gym guy? She shook her head fast, like she was trying to convince both me and herself. No, I wasn't. I was with Jess the whole time. I swear. Yeah, right. Like I was going to take her word for it after everything. So I asked her to give me her phone. That's when she snapped. She practically screamed, what? You don't trust me? You're seriously asking me for my phone? After everything we've been through, you still don't trust me? I said, you've been lying to me for months. You think I'm just going to take your word for it? She didn't hand me the phone, though. She just kept holding it, like it was some sacred object. How can you let something so small destroy us? You're seriously going to throw away 6 years over this? At that point, I didn't even want to see her phone anymore. I already knew what was on it. I was done. I just told her to pack her stuff and go. Don't come back. She tried to argue again, but I wasn't listening. I told her, you made your choice. Now I'm making mine. Get out. I'd heard enough of her bullshit to last a lifetime. She wasn't going to manipulate me anymore, and I wasn't going to fall for her tears or guilt trips. I stood there while she packed her stuff. She didn't try to cry again or beg. I think she knew it was over. There was no fight left in her because she realized she couldn't control me anymore. I wasn't playing her game. She grabbed her bag and left. After she left, I blocked her on everything. Phone, social media, even email. I blocked her friends, too, because I didn't want any of them trying to reach out to convince me to take her back or give her another chance. I'm done with that whole group. I don't need that drama in my life anymore. It's been a few days now, and honestly, I feel better than I expected. I won't lie, it still hurts. 6 years is a long time to be with someone, and it's hard not to feel like I wasted all that time on a person who could betray me like this. But I also feel relieved that I didn't let her back in and that I stood up for myself and didn't get sucked into her manipulative bullshit. So that's it. I don't know what the future holds, but for now, I'm focusing on moving forward. It's going to take time, but I'll get there. And I just want to say thank you again to everyone who commented on my last post.